Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today's video is all about short hair preparation, and then of course I added a few tracks so you'll get to see a little bit of cutting technique as well. Be sure to have a pen and paper because I will also be discussing the products that I use so you are able to grab most of these products at home. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So to start, we utilized our hair regrowth and strengthening shampoo and conditioner for her hair. If you haven't gotten the shampoo and conditioner yet, it is available by going to my site, elitehaircareusa.com, including most of the products that I talk about in today's video. So she was kind of skeptical of cutting her hair down, but when you're doing a shortcut, the nape of the neck is extremely important because that area typically flips up if it's too long, if you're not able to manage it. So for her, all we did was more say trim down that area slightly. I didn't give her a drastic cut, but I also did a little bit of notching just to help blend that hair in. So whenever you touch the nape of the neck, you always have to also blend that hair in that's above the occipital bone, or you're going to have a very hard line or a very weighted line right at the occipital bone and the nape of the neck where they connect. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing your shortcuts. Now, when it came down to the front and the sides, I didn't do a lot of cutting. She's trying to grow her hair out as best possible, but keep in mind, shortcuts are maintenance. So it's not that you can just let it grow like wildfire. She doesn't want to grow it out too much, but I still wanted to give her the ability to actually grow in a uniform way. So the foam wrap that I'm using is from Bronner Brothers Professionals. This is their wrap foam, which used to be called New Expression, but it's from Bronner Brothers Professionals now. This is my go-to wrap foam to this moment. I've been using it for quite some time, and it gives a superior hold and a great shine. So for the mold, as you guys know, I typically focus on making sure that all of the hair is placed in the right direction. Remember, where you mold your hair, you're supposed to be molding for the style, or when you mold your hair, you're supposed to be molding for the actual style. So I'm not going to mold her opposite what the style is going to be, or I'm just going to make my job a lot harder. So her mold itself was very uniform down in the face, combed down on the sides. And then of course I used two wrap strips, not Sanic strips, wrap strips to hold her hair down. I did not use the end paper method because I ran out of end papers, but on the other times you can use it. So to help thin her down slightly, just a little bit down at the nape, I utilized my clippers at half open. And if you notice, they're not facing up. The blade is facing, I guess I'm going down. I don't know how I'm not a barber, but if you see the way the direction of the clippers is, that's the way that I am going. With half open, it allows you to thin the area without actually giving a crazy gash or cut. And then I'm using my T liners from Andis and just edging her up slightly. I don't like to use the edges too much behind the ear. I typically like to use my shears because I can be a lot more precise. And remember, the T-liners are straight lines, so you have to kind of manipulate your hand. And I just like using my shears. So you'll see me do both, but you can use whichever one works best for you. So the front of her head, or the crown of her head, was dry, but I wanted to stretch it out a little bit more. So I just utilized the blow dryer just to kind of blow it out some. And then with that, I mean, you still want to make sure that your mold dries thoroughly. I am just big on making sure that the hair is straight and in the right place and that everything is actually dry. So I like to go back over it slightly with the blow dryer. And then at this point is where you will go through and just blend whatever you didn't blend before when the hair was wet. It's a lot easier to see at this point. And then this is when I actually take care of the sideburns and, you know, just cleaning up the haircut just to make everything in place. I didn't touch the crown of her head because we are trying to preserve that length, and it didn't need to be trimmed. So with that being said, leave what doesn't need to be trimmed alone. So I didn't film the part where I actually added the tracks to her hair. Track placement is regular. I'll do another video on track placement. But what I'm doing right now is just blending the track hair with her hair. So the worst thing you can do is just leave the hair the way it is. I typically like to over direct the hair all the way to the shortest point of her hair, not the weave. And that gives you a great transition when you want to go from short to long. It preserves the length in the front and it just layers it really, really well. If you had really long hair, I try not to use really long hair, by the way. This was like a 12-inch pack that she brought. And in the way that I lay my tracks, I lay it so that she can actually wear her bangs on either side. That is what you call a universal style. She can't flip it back because these are glued in tracks, but she is able to flip it on either side. So I cut it to make sure that it looked great on both sides. So now I am using my Sebastian Shaper Plus holding spray and a little bit of our Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum, which the Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum is from my collection, Elite Hair Care USA. And it is time to style. So I'm utilizing my H2 Pro pencil iron. Keep in mind, guys, I just found out while I was doing this video that my pencil iron has warped. I probably know why, because I've left it on so many times for the entire weekend in my caddy. So I now have to replace my pencil iron because it has warped on the inside and it won't close all the way. So I just had to improvise and utilize my 1-inch iron, which you can use either or, but I'm kind of really pissed off that my 1-inch, my pencil iron has warped, because this is now going to be my third H2 Pro 3/10 of an inch iron at $175 each iron. So I'm really pissed off. Anyhow, I am curling the hair on the side that she's going to be wearing her bangs towards her face on purpose. This allows a better movement, and then I just like the way that it looks in style. And then I'm utilizing my vertical parting and curling. I switched to the 2-inch iron because I wanted to keep the front flowy. I didn't want it to be a hard curl, or a tight curl, should I say. So I used the 2-inch iron only because I really was just giving it a bump. And then don't forget, I sprayed the Sebastian Shaper Plus on the hair first, just to kind of help seal the cuticle and to give a little bit of volume wherever I needed it. So once you complete the actual curling of the crown, that is when I go back on the sides and just kind of take out the line. So I don't like lines in any hairstyle. I'm just funny. I don't like lines. So I have to close that gap. Some clients are like, no, leave the line. And in my mind, I'm just like, the devil. Why? Why line? Why? Anyhow, here I'm going to use the rake comb. You guys know I have two. I have the rat tail long comb, or rat tail wide tooth comb, and then I also have my rake. I like my rake because it preserves a lot of the volume and the shape in the style. And I'm just combing it out, guys. Like, this style is so carefree for her. She can, at the end of the day, just pin curl the front of her hair just to keep the bump that she has. But she travels a lot and she wants something that is easy to manage, and this is probably the easiest for her, even though she has a shortcut. So all is good with this haircut, guys. All is good with this hairstyle. And I love this hairstyle, by the way. If you guys don't know, this is like my go-to style whenever I want to change my haircut. So you guys, enjoy. Have fun. If you have a shortcut, have fun. That doesn't mean you always have to wear it short, you know? So I sprayed a little bit of Sebastian Shaper Plus right at the part where there should be no part, just because I wanted to blend her hair with the weave a little bit better. That's an easy way to do it. And then I wanted to keep the feathering and make the feathering a little more prominent. So that's the reason why I did that. And then going forward, all she has to do is maintain it at home. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and comment down below if you like this style. I really like this style, by the way. Anyhow, don't forget, guys, if you're watching this video between July 26th and July 30th, 2019, it is the summer sizzle sale, 30% off all of my hair care and regrowth products. Use code SUMMER and go to elitehaircareusa.com. If you are not watching it during that time, then you can use code YouTube and save 15% off your order. But Thank you guys for watching and have an amazing day.